workout that it really looks pretty simple. It and the weight is not very heavy at all. Uh, so you would think that it's not a very doesn't really work out the muscle too much. But this was one that that I got a heck of a burn. Of the muscles of the rear deltoids or the rear shoulders, um, the anterior deltoids, and also quite close to the teres muscles, which the teres muscles are these little tiny muscles that are go in between that are in between the rear deltoids, the rear shoulders, and the lat muscles. That's where the teres muscles are, and I think that I got a pretty good burn of those muscles, and with those muscles, that's kind of with those teres muscles, you aren't supposed to really go too heavy on the weights anyway with those little tiny muscles because they can't handle too much weight. But another thing that was kind of interesting is and I didn't really expect this is what I was doing I said, well, maybe I'll do a hold instead of at the top. I'll do a hold at the bottom. So whenever my arm is somewhat fully extended, then I'll do a hold at that time. I did the hold in between the 5th set and the 6th set, so I did about 49 reps that 5th set, and then I did that hold, and the hold I did was about 58 for a count of about 58 seconds, and then I did some more. Then I did 58 reps after that, and actually then after I did that, then I did some more reps. But anyway, the hold in between the 5th set and the 6th set, I had my arm not touching the bed. I didn't have any part of my arm, my forearm, or my elbow, or the inside of my elbow, or anything like that, touching the bed. And so I was kind of holding the weight out a little bit, not really touching anything, and that's whenever I just really got a major workout of the rear deltoids and of the rear shoulders, and I couldn't believe it. I got a pretty darn good burn there, and all I was doing, I was just holding the weight out, kind of just letting it dangle down, and not really doing too much other than that. I would think that if I held the weight up to my if I brought it in to my shoulder, to my chest, then it would be more of a workout. But actually, just having it dangle down like that was a pretty good workout, which is kind of understandable because whenever I was doing the preacher curls or the 21s in bed, then if I let the weight hang down, then I have a really, really, really hard time. If I let the weight hang down for a hold, then I have a really, really, really hard time pulling the weight back up at my, bending my elbow upwards and pulling the weight back up. It's just I don't know. Maybe the blood circulates. Blood doesn't circulate very well whenever your arm is down, and so the oxygen doesn't really get to the rest of your body too well, or the rest of your arm too well, and so and maybe the muscle, and so it doesn't allow the repetition to be completed. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not quite sure. So as you saw, I tried different things. One, I had my feet up on the bed. Another one, I had my feet on my wheel.